Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we take a love for movies and television and combine it with very little knowledge about movies and television. I'm your host, Christian. Join with me are my co-host, Joseph.
Yellow.
Ian.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Jehu.
Cacao.
Cool beans.
I feel so honored when you arbitrarily pick me first. I feel like
what
I've
is that
earned it
from? That
whenever it
noise is
happens.
from something.
I feel like
Birds.
it's some
Dumb and Dumber?
I feel like it's some like Will Ferrell thing or some shit like that. I may stick with it though. That one might be my new
I say
intro.
that, Val will tell you, every time that we're like going to a group function and you're like, what if we get stuck here? It's like, well, we just need a code word. And she's like, what should we use? And go, Cacao!
Let's not do that one. But what we should do is this week's news, because we haven't done a news episode in a hot
while.
minute.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of slow week, but we're going to fly through some of this stuff. The first thing is Christopher Nolan's new movie, Tenet. Always got to be mysterious, this fucking guy.
Yep.
Drops the trailer for it on Hobbs and Shaw opening night, on screen only.
Yeah, I was about to say specifically, which is very, very unusual these days.
Yes.
There is no YouTube, no nothing, just
Only Christopher Nolan could get that approved.
Yes.
too.
Absolutely.
And he's a big proponent of like the theatrical experience, and
Yep.
he's trying to pump that up.
I honestly don't know why it isn't more of a thing with big deal trailers.
Yes.
'Cause I can remember Meet Joe Black having a big opening weekend exclusively on the fact that the Phantom Menace trailer was on it.
Yep.
You know?
I remember the 300 trailer
Oh, man.
specifically dropping and like being a big deal. People came out and watched. But yeah, I watched it. So I saw Hobbs and Shaw. So like I know you guys haven't seen it. It's starring it only has John David Washington, who is in BlacKkKlansman, and it's definitely about time travel. The way Tenet's spelled, it's like the word spelled
Palindrome.
Yes, and there's a scene in the trailer where like he's examining glass. Like a bullet hole, kind of like in The Dark Knight, how Bruce Wayne kind of shoots that one under the, and it's like that, and then it kind of like rewinds and he does it again. So it seems kind of, there's going to be a fucking twist. It's going to be trippy. Kind of has an Inception vibe, but you get nothing from that. So when you guys see it, you will be underwhelmed.
I just want to just give props here for how quick you were on palindrome there. I don't know if you were just prepping for that or you were mind reading, but
I love that word.
it's a good word.
Yeah.
But carry on.
Robert Pattinson, Batman. He's starring in this too. So I mean, I think he's going to have a hot year coming up.
Yeah,
and
for
Elizabeth Debicki, who is in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, she plays that gold lady.
Got a really long neck.
She's in Widows. I know you hate that movie.
I have mixed feelings about that movie.
I don't know if she's in anything else, but
She's in Cloverfield Paradox.
okay. I haven't seen that, but yeah, the shitty Cloverfield.
She's in The Night Manager, which y'all should all watch.
Oh
Yeah, you've been
I
pumping
meant to.
night.
Are we just all going to just list off Elizabeth Debicki's entire filmography right now?
So we'll see. I love Nolan movies. I got high hopes for that movie.
Yeah.
It's a year out. It's like I think the release date is mid-July next year.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He likes that a lot, too.
I think putting that World War II movie, or was it a World War I movie?
World War II, Dunkirk.
In there before this is good. It got us ready for another high concept thing. Whereas I think with Interstellar, we were kind of burned out.
Yeah, it was a good palate cleanser.
Yeah.
for sure.
That's funny, is I think Dunkirk is one of Nolan's best movies.
Oh, I'm not judging on it at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's very different from the rest of his catalog.
I think it plays well for him.
Yeah, no, I agree with both ways. It's a good
Yeah.
movie, but it's different than like Dark Knight and Interstellar and
Yeah.
Inception. Some of this
Right.
more sci-fi comic book stuff. Next, keeping with we got Robert Redford gonna come out of retirement again, and he's gonna play the president in the HBO show Watchmen.
Specifically, President Robert Redford.
He's gonna play
Director.
himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. Okay,
Yeah.
is this a big role or is this like he's probably a cameo, right?
I'm saying cameo.
Well, I mean, Nixon in the Watchmen comic is still president, and he plays a pretty big role.
Yeah.
He shows
Yeah.
up multiple times, so
I mean,
could see him playing a role.
Yeah,
in
I
this.
would see it probably as like a returning, he's in 3 or 4 episodes, but
Right.
maybe only for like a minute and a half at a time.
It's definitely going to be shit that he can film all in one day.
Absolutely.
But it'll be over multiple episodes.
There is not a more confusing career to me than Robert Redford's.
Right.
Like, he was, the guy.
Yep.
And then he made a bunch of shit, and then he, disappeared, and then he's come back in the most curious things.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that Robert Redford's last film role will be a cameo in Avengers Endgame is the weirdest thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right up there with Orson Welles' last film role being the voice of Unicron in Transformers.
Oh, that's very true, yeah. Or Sean Connery in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Right.
I don't know. I'm big Robert Redford, the villain. I think he's great in Winter Soldier. I think he does that old mean guy well. So probably taking that direction.
Yeah, I'm pretty into this. I mean, in general, I'm excited about this show. So.
Mindhunter Season 2, we dropped a full trailer today. Looks like it's going to focus on the child murders in Atlanta in the late 70s, I believe. And it looks like they're going to get a new boss who's really trying to push the BAU out. I think he's the guy from Californication, Charlie. That's what he looks like, but I haven't looked that up. And he's gets them an interview with Manson. So Manson's already done his deal and he's in lockup. And, you see Ed Kemper again, and Ed Kemper, one of the last shots of the trailer is hey, when you meet Manson, he's really small, so don't offend him kind of thing. So I think it's going to be played for, laughs, and, I mean, that show's great. I know you said you haven't seen it.
Well, remind me and any of our listeners, what is Mindhunter?
So Mindhunter is the beginnings of the Behavior Analysis Unit, FBI, which is the unit that tracks serial killers and
they coined the term serial killer.
Yeah, and they're the ones looking at it from a mental point of view and trying to get inside their head. So in the first season, they're going around and they're interviewing serial killers in prison. And it's these two guys, Bill Trench and
can't remember the other name.
The main guy, and they're
played by Jonathan Groff.
Yeah,
Groff?
And Bill Trench is the straight guy, and then this other guy's a genius, but he's a little off. You know what I mean? And
which gets progressively worse through this show,
and it's very good.
Sounds like some shit I need to watch.
Well, no, it's 8 episodes. Yeah. It's fucking strong,
and it's created by David Fincher, correct?
Yes.
Does he direct every episode, or is he just showrunner?
I feel like he may have directed the first season. Okay. I don't think he directed the second season.
I think you're right. I think he at least directed a pilot.
Yeah, a whole season would still be pretty solid.
It is a very good show. I would recommend not watching it straight through, though.
Okay.
Everything Ian said, spot on. Part of it is that spending all these time with these serial killers, they start to get pretty fucked up in the head. But also, there is a serial killer on the loose through the show. And they never actually reveal to you who it is. I mean, you kind of figure it out by the end if you know serial killer history. But these are all real people. The guy who plays Ed Kemper is incredible.
Yeah, there's a scene where they start tying into the mothers a lot. The mothers fuck these guys up, and they bring out this shoe, a woman's high heel, and just the whole scene there is really good.
Oh, fuck.
I would highly recommend that show. And the other thing is we said is Charles Manson. We talked about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's the same guy playing this, and I think he's going to have a bigger role in this one. The last shot of the trailer is him coming out to meet them in the prison for an interview. So we'll see if that guy can really act, because he doesn't act he's just cameo in Hollywood. So I don't know. I'm excited for it. August 16th. That's a show
right around the corner. Yeah.
Opening, as soon as it drops, I'll watch that show.
It was definitely one of the best things on Netflix I watched last year. 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago is when it came out.
Yeah, it's better. I like it more than Strange. It's probably my favorite Netflix show. Venom 2 got a director. It looks like they nailed down Andy Serkis. Tom Holland.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy tweeted out a picture of Andy Serkis, and Andy Serkis confirmed he's talking about it. I don't think they've signed the deal, but it's cross your T's, dot your I's done.
The only thing I know Andy Serkis directed is that knockoff Jungle Book that's creepy.
Shit.
Did you watch that?
No.
Not good.
Yeah, I hear it's not good, but I have hope for this because, he's a CGI guy.
You raved about that fucking Jungle Book movie.
I don't remember. Maybe I did.
That's not a good sign.
I probably have seen parts of it, but I don't know. I think he's going to be good as just the CGI of it. Venom's straight CGI.
Well, I will say this. I liked Venom. I thought that was a fun movie, but one of the problems was the CGI characters at times didn't really feel like characters. I mean, if there's one guy who's got a grasp on that more than anyone on earth, it's Andy Serkis. So,
Yeah.
So he could probably be a big help to this, whether he's a good director or not.
Someone just get Tom Hardy to not be so manic this time around. He was bouncing off the walls.
That's a strange movie. I only watched it once in theaters. I don't really remember it, but I remember it being very disjointed.
It is. But I had fun watching it. I don't know if I would go as far as to say it's a good movie, but I had a good time.
Is it better than Transformers?
I think it's better than the Transformers because I would watch it again,
bro.
I don't know.
He's got a low bar.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm wondering if Woody Harrelson and that fucking wig comes back.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Woody Harrelson in that wig to come back. That's the part I'm most excited about.
Him as Carnage would be cool, but yeah, I don't think Andy Serkis has directed anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's an interesting choice. Next is Ava
DuVernay.
Is that right?
I think so.
I would have said that way wrong. So I'm glad you cut me out. She's directing New Gods for DC. She's writing it with Tom King, who is a comic book writer. And she announced that Darkseid and the Female Furious. Am I saying? Is that
Furies?
The Furies? Mm-hmm. I guess it's. You could talk about this more than me, Hurt.
Okay, the Female Furies are like sort of like Darkseid has, like sort of like a training camp of goons that Granny Goodness is in charge of. And
training camp is a really generous term.
Yeah, it is. It's basically he beats people into submission and turns them into warriors. Okay. And Granny Goodness is in charge of that. The Female Furies are her upper tier, surrounding people. Big Barda was one of them, and then she leaves when Mr. Miracle escapes. The only thing about this that has me worried is, which I've been worried the whole time, is this is in fact not going to be a New Gods movie. It's just going to be a retread of Tom King's Mr. Miracle run, which is fucking great, but it's not where I would start this stuff at.
Okay.
If I wanted to do an example, did you guys watch? Most everybody here's watched X-Files, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You remember some of the more comedy episodes that were really good, like Clive Brunkman's Final Repose and Jose Chung's From Outer Space. Those are great fucking episodes, but they're not good starters because they're a take on what they've already done.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is with Tom King's Mr. Miracle. It's a great fucking series, but I think it's a weird place to start this property from.
Well, Tom King wrote this. He's writing the movie, so you're probably right on with that.
I just kind of hoped he was coming in to do something new instead of retread that. Or if they were going to do that, just call it a Mr. Miracle movie and not call it the New Gods.
This seems like Eternals. It seems like Eternals and this are going to be.
Yeah,
they're going to be similar, and you're going to have a lot of comparisons with that. You know what I mean?
And even though I think New Gods is the better property, Eternals would be better.
Yeah. Which has been par for the course so far.
Yep. So we'll see. Next is Showtime's got a Halo TV show coming out. They announced a bunch of casting. The main guy, playing Master Chief is Pablo Schreiber, I think, if I'm saying that right.
Schreiber?
Pablo Schreiber. I know him from Weeds. It was a Showtime show Genji Cohen did.
He was in Orange is the New Black, too.
Yes.
He was the mustache guy.
Yeah, he's like the creepy prison guard.
Yeah.
He's playing Master Chief, but what they announced is Bokeem Woodbine, who is Shocker in Far From Home.
And was fucking great
Homecoming.
in Fargo.
Yeah, great in Fargo, exactly. And Natasha
He's
McElroy.
got a great voice.
He does.
Yeah, he should be in more stuff.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. And Natasha McElroy, who's in Californication, she's going to play Cortana. I played these games, so I probably will watch this. I feel like the Halo thing has kind of peaked a while ago.
A long time ago.
It seems like it missed its spot, but I could still see how it can make a good show.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it might make a better show for people who have no idea what Halo is
That's
than
true.
for the people who are looking for fan service.
It might be one of those things that works in the opposite direction. Instead of coming in off the success of Halo, maybe it's going to be how they jumpstart Halo as a property and make the video games happen again.
Yeah, because video game, all that, it gets so complicated when they do 6 of these. You know what I mean? So it's movies aren't meant to be.
It's hard to jump on the Halo train now.
Yes.
Because you got a lot of game to go through to get caught up.
Yep. So we'll see. I'm interested, though. And then we got 2 trailers we wanted to talk about. The first is Zombieland 2.
Yep.
Ruben, who's the director?
Fleischerman?
Fleischerman?
I don't remember.
He's the guy who did Venom. Anyway, Venom 1. He's coming back. He did the first Zombieland. Same cast. The trailer didn't look great.
No.
Yeah, I was not impressed.
I disagree. I thought the trailer was a hoot.
You just said Venom was better than Transformers.
The original Zombieland is one of the most fun movies to me.
Agreed.
I've watched it over and over and over, and I thought this looked okay. I thought it looked like a good setup for some jokes. I mean, I don't expect this to be like some mind-blowing plot or anything. I just want them to have good setup for jokes.
It looked like they're just taking it to the White House. That's what it seems like. They were basing the whole story off this one set. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping that actually happens early on, and we'll see. But yeah, The trailer didn't wow me either, but I felt like the opening and the ending were the best parts.
Yeah.
The opening where they do the, Oscar nominee,
Right.
all that kind of stuff into the rest of the trailer.
Because all four of them have been nominated.
Yep.
Emma Stone's was the only one who won one?
Yeah,
or
she's the
Woody,
only one who won.
Woody
Yeah,
has
she's
one?
Yeah, and then the very end where they've got like the reverse Tallahassee with what is that? Luke Wilson. And the guy from fucking Silicon Valley.
Yeah. The Verizon commercial.
Thomas Middleditch.
Which is really right on point.
Oh, so good.
Spot on.
Like Luke Wilson and Woody is maybe being a little generous, but the other two are right on.
So yeah, we'll see. Interesting. That's Halloween, so not too far out.
I mean, we'll probably see it. What else is coming out?
I mean,
that time?
I
will
will
definitely
definitely
watch
see it. One of the more fun experiences I've ever had in a movie is watching Zombieland. I don't know if I'd say it's a top 10 movie, but it's a top 10 sitting in a movie theater watching this movie experience.
What makes me apprehensive about it is that Zombieland is both a good comedy and a good zombie movie.
Right, yeah, totally.
And it's just going to be so hard to recapture that magic.
Yeah, so we'll see. And then the big trailer of the week was Irishman, which is the new Scorsese movie. It's coming on Netflix. It's about...
It's been in the works for quite some time.
Long time.
Yeah, Jimmy Hoffa played Al Pacino.
Yeah.
And then Robert De Niro is like some mobster guy, and it's the return of Joe Pesci, which is, I think, the coolest part of this whole thing.
Yeah. This is the big selling
Harvey
point.
Keitel. I mean, the cast is incredible.
I mean, it's really of all of Scorsese's like main fucking dudes. It's almost like he's like, hey, I'm maybe coming to the thing. I need to do one more romp with my dudes.
Yeah, it's got a lot of the people from Boardwalk Empire too. I was looking at the cast on my way over here, and then Rogue is the female lead, Anna Paquin, which is a little odd, But I don't know. The trailer. Did you guys? It looked a little generic gangster movie.
Yeah, it didn't like wow me in any way.
The only thing that wowed me was Joe Pesci.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah,
I mean,
definitely they sell you on
the de-aging effect isn't great.
No,
it's not as good as that can definitely be. It kind of looked like, remember that Godfather video game they did a few years ago? It looked like that.
It looked like they needed to hire the Disney people.
Well, the thing is, it looks like Netflix trying to afford it and not being able to.
But Martin Scorsese has my trust.
Yeah.
So like until he makes something that I really hate, which he really hasn't, like I'm gonna predict it's gonna be good. But
I'm on board.
I mean, I think just the people that are in it, watching them chew up scenery will be worth it, even if the story's a mess.
Yep.
I'm just, like I said, I think Joe Pesci is one of the most underrated actors ever, and God, we just...
The Sticky Bandit.
Him. I watch My Cousin Vinny probably quarterly.
I'm looking at... Do we know when that comes out, guys?
No. I think later this year, November maybe.
I'm looking now.
They need something in November to compete with Disney Plus because ain't nobody fucking watching Netflix.
So is this one of those things that's going to have a short theater run, or is it going directly to Netflix?
Probably if they wanted to nominate it.
I think
I think
it
is.
I heard it is going to have a short theater run. It says 2019. I don't have a release date, so it's probably going to be an Oscar bait kind of movie.
For sure. 100%.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
That's everything? All right, so join us a little bit later this week where we're going to do our first topic episode in quite a while, a director showdown between two of the most versatile directors we could think of, Edgar Wright and Danny Boyle. So join us a little bit later this week for that. In the meantime, thank you guys for listening. If you want to get in touch with us, you can reach us at realphonies@gmail.com, but also at realphonies on Facebook and Twitter, and at real_phonies on Instagram. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Velasquez for our theme. See you guys later.
Later.